Let's see if we can go live. Yeah, there we go. The stream's up. Great. So, hi, good evening, and welcome. We're live on Twitch, and we are just knocking off some easy contracts on this planet where we've done the first of unknown origin flashpoints. So, we have wolves to do for the local government, and then we have some pirate missions to run through. This is going to be a defend base versus pirates. Let's max out the cash. Actually, we'll take one priority pick just in case there's a mech part or something we want that's going to finish us a mech. Because it's a defend base, let's take the scouting Kintaro and the scouting Firestarter, and we'll take the command atlas. Oh, that's not the command atlas. That's the command atlas. Or no, we want the Cyclops, and I'll take Stalker. So we'll be pretty nimble, scoping people out. We should be able to knock some targets, and they'll get hit by the Stalker. We want to bring Duke in, who's got Master Tactician and multi-target, so we can draw aggro in the medium phase. Medusa's Coolant Venting is going to be handy. Multi-target will let me tag someone and then shoot someone else, and then these guys can maybe follow up on the person who's been tagged. And we'll present a nice mobile threat. I am wondering if I want someone who's more of a pilot. A better pilot, maybe someone with piloting 10. Yeah, I don't know if I have anyone like that. So you got sensor lock, ace pilot, I think. Yeah, I think we'll go with an ace pilot here. And in a cold environment, coolant venting on the Kintaro is going to be much less important. I do want pretty good gunnery though. I want to be landing those Narc beacon hits. Yeah, looks like it's Riptide. The good tactics will help with identifying people on sensors. So we've got two ace pilots doing our scouting for us. And we've got one a brawling ace pilot and one a scouting, one with sensor lock. Medusa in the Cyclops and Duke in the Stalker. Probably massively overthinking this for a 2-skull defend base mission. So we're defending a munitions factory. And yeah, the hungry wolves of pirates. So we'll hurt our pirate rev a little bit, but that's why we're doing this mission before we're doing the 3 missions we got for pirates. If those pirates missions are versus Canopians or Taurians, then we can do them for rep, because we've got to get that Canopian and Taurian rep down. Okay, so we've got to defend this factory. Incoming pirates. All we have to do is hold them off. Oh, we get additional support. Okay, so we've got offline turrets. We've got to protect those friendly engineers. Well, that will be helpful. So where's the enemy vanguard? They've come in over here. Alright, so Riptide, if we sprint you to here, you can't see one yet. Telltale's in the fire starter. I think I want you more central. Where do I think the others reinforcements are going to come in? There's not much room in that corner. They might come in up over here, or they might come in kind of on that road there. I suppose the reinforcements. Right, Medusa and the Cyclops. Let's start sprinting you this way. You can meet up with our transports. And yeah, Duke. I don't think I can put you in cover anywhere, can I? Oh, okay, there's actually cover here that's also rough ground. There come our transports. Well, they should have no trouble making it into that zone.
Hostile on sensors.
So, light mech coming in. Okay, so if we've got 4 light mechs,
Good to go.
let's get Telltale up here. I can see everyone from here. I think it's probably worth jumping for the extra evasion.
Firing jump jets.
So we've got a enemy Kintaro, Commando, Javelin, Javelin. Only the medium lasers can hit. Of the targets available to us, I think the enemy Kintaro is probably the bigger threat. Does 100 damage landing anywhere get us some ammo? It does, and that would potentially help us out reducing the firepower of that Kintaro. Of course, it wouldn't be 100 damage, it would only be 80. Okay, so they are a long way away from the base.
Right here.
The Riptide in the scouting Kintaro. I'm going to push up. Short range weapons. That 1B does have a large laser, so they might shoot a building, but there's actually now nothing I can do about that. We've got pretty good numbers on this Javelin. Let's go for it.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Okay, structure exposed and the narc connected. Great, so they're going to take more damage from those LRMs when they go in. Okay. So this is why we've got a multi-targeting long-range mech. Let's multi-target A, B, and C. So A, I'm going to drop 2 flights of LRMs on them. And B and C can have 1 each. Just to get their attention. So I'm hoping that with the Narc, guys, well, it's taking 6 damage. It is pretty well braced as a defender. So they've got the APCs online, or the turrets online. And Tara's going to have a go at Telltale. It's fine, we got plenty of evasion. And now that
Standing by.
takes us around to Medusa. I don't think I need to multi-target here. I think I can go for that commando, try and soften them up some more.
All weapons are go.
Okay, nice. It's pretty heavily softened up.
Salvage that.
Okay, sense lock the Kintaro for us, and that javelin. And looks like we've got some LRMs coming in.
Hell yeah.
Right, there's at least 1 LRM turret waiting for us. Handy so.
Receiving you.
Telltale, you can get behind this, and you can get a shot if you can jump.
Lifting off.
And we can massively overheat. We can turn off some of these medium lasers. And let the small lasers do the work. They're much more heat efficient.
Locked on rear armor.
That's looking bad for that javelin.
Target eliminated.
So their other javelin gets to go now. Jumps into the ECM fields to get rid of our stealth charges, which is understandable. So we've got Riptide in the Scouting Kintaro. I think I want to soften up this Kintaro here.
Giving them everything I've got.
And we've got the Narc attached. They obviously didn't have great numbers on Riptide there because they held their fire. So Duke,
Good to go.
let's multi-target again. Actually, no, that's not. I'm not going to bother shooting the javelin without evasion. I think we're just going to punch it with the Cyclops. So we can just attack here, and we can hammer this Kintaro with about 600 points worth of damage. It is going to be a bad time for you, I'm afraid.
Target confirmed.
Yeah, like the worst time.
Might be some good salvage there.
Oh, and the APCs are moving in. They're going to help us with that javelin. All right, Medusa. Yeah, we can punch. Punch from here. 95% chance. It's 115 damage.
Oh, it's on now.
I'm picking up a new
Okay.
sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Do we have any idea as to where they are? Can't see them.
Yep.
Shuttle, we need you sprinting.
Let's move.
Okay, they don't seem to be over there. Oh, coming in over the hill. So they sprinted in. That means the rest of them are going to have a line of sight. Can't do anything about that with Duke at the moment.
Receiving you. On my way. Double time.
And we're just flooring it. Moving as fast as we can to cover the attack from this angle. These are military buildings, at least. They're pretty tough.
Waiting for orders.
Even with a precision strike, this is terrible odds, but you never know. I have no damage reduction. Oof.
That hit something good.
Needed to do a little bit more damage there.
I've been sensor locked.
Okay, they sensor lock Medusa. I'm okay with that.
Waiting for orders.
Medusa can sprint this way. Okay, I'm not sure whether the APCs are going there, but it's fine. Okay, that was not a bad job from those LRM turrets. They might take that commando out. They do. Brilliant. So I think that's removed their line of sight, which is fantastic.
Orders.
Let's keep sprinting up here. We do better jumping. We do about the same jumping.
Engaging jump jets.
Here comes a fleet. Building's holding on.
What's up, Commander?
We get closer jumping. No, not close enough, so we are just going to sprint to here.
Consider it done.
And there's a 1B. Oof.
Yes, Commander.
Don't know how many people there are. I might reserve with Duke. Let's see if anyone else comes in. Yeah, there we go. There's a Vulcan. Puts its AC2 round in. Now I can tag them all with Duke at least.
Standing
A, B, and C. That feels reasonable.
by. Acknowledged.
Well, let's soften that Vulcan up, I hope. Almost none of these are going to hit. In fact, they all miss. Okay. Time for the Allies to go to work. APC's kind of driving around a bit uselessly.
Yeah.
Medusa, do you have the ability to move anywhere useful? Let's see, you're sprinting.
On my way. Double time.
Okay, that sensor lock might contribute. And then we've got the turrets. They're picking the Vulcan, which is probably sensible because it is easier to hit being a medium mech. And they have softened it up. Oof. And there was like a sniper turret as well. Oh, there's a shredder turret getting in there. With an AC-20. I think the AC-20 must have missed, otherwise that Vulcan wouldn't still be on his feet.
Ready for orders.
Okay, so Telltale, you're here. We are still desperately trying to get you relevant.
Confirmed.
Probably could have reserved, but I don't think they would have moved in such a way as to give me like a shot. Yeah, see, they're backing off, hiding.
Commander.
Riptide, though. Push up here. Now let's precision strike this commando. Okay, nice.
Target neutralized.
Multi-target would be useful here to be able to knock one thing whilst taking on the other, but we then wouldn't have been able to focus our fire at that center torso, so... Okay, yep, he can handle that. So Duke, let's multi-target again. A and B. A, we can put one on, and then everything else can go into B.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, we did tag the flea a little bit there, more than I expected to. Yep, and that is a dead Vulcan.
Tango down.
A sensor locks will be helpful. Entirely possible that
Yes, Commander.
our turrets are going to do the job for us. We're going to get closer.
No time. Let's go.
It might be tempted to run into our ECM bubble. And yep. Yeah, a few hits. Missing an arm now. This is indirect, but it's a few more hits, chipping away. Okay, so Telltale, where are you? Here, jumping still not going to help, so let's sprint. Yeah, up here we will be in good position next turn if it's still alive. Yeah, and he chooses to rush the Cyclops. And that is going to be the end of that for the flea, I suspect. We can jump. Here. And we can precision strike. That rear center torso.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
And that'll be that. Easy money.
Last target.
Mission successful.
So we were pretty lucky that those were military rated buildings, because that extra lance, it did manage to get some shots in there. I think it's the first time I defended that map. If you know that that's where the reinforcements come in, that's great. But this is like a 2-star mission. It's paid us 1.1, almost 1.2 million. Can't complain about that. I might pick up a flea part. I don't think I have a flea yet. I keep overkilling them and only getting one part when they show up. Which is obviously not ideal. Okay. Unlikely that that experience will have leveled up any of the parts we care about, so we've still got a few more contracts to do. Jailbreaks, a recovery, Martian convoy, ambush, and code of silence. Let's do the convoy ambush. Versus the planetary government, so we don't care about gaining rep. And we just want to run in here with a fast lancer. We'll take Griffin, Rolling Kintaro, Punching Vulcan, and Fire Scouter. Right, as for our pilots, this might be a good time to bust out the coolant venting crew. Yeah, piloting 7, so that makes you better pick for the Vulcan, I think. And radar with your tactics 6. You're a pretty good pick for the Fire Scouter. Actually, let's swap you and Medusa over. Medusa's piloting 10 gives them a lot better protection in that fire starter. So we should have no trouble catching that convoy, and hopefully we'll also have no trouble destroying that convoy when we catch it. I think the Vulcan will do something like 340 damage to any vehicle it punches next to its arm mods. That's pretty nuts. Even if they've got a Demolisher or a Shrek or something scary, we shouldn't have any trouble popping it with that Vulcan. Okay, so we're raiding a supply convoy for the, owned by the planetary government. I'm asking you. We're picking off the tail end of the convoy. Okay. They get all of the defenders for a bonus. Fair enough. Okay. So I feel like I've done this mission before.
Problem 2. Where are we again? Hell?
Let's recon the convoy's route. So we need to grab cover nearest the convoy. They're probably going to have reinforcements coming in from this way when we start destroying the convoy. So we want to kill the convoy's guards before we kill the convoy elements. We are going to be relying very much on evasion for defense here because there is just not that much cover to be had.
On my way.
No problem.
Okay, they've got a gallant assault vehicle with a convoy, it sounds like. Here's our guys. Looking pretty good. Don't really see the green highlights in this weird Martian light. We can advance up into cover here. Take this hill.
Primary target on
Right,
screen.
there they are. Might be able to get the jump on them and keep going that way into that cover. This is our Vulcan.
Don't need to tell me twice.
The Kintaras can just get into the tail end of that cover. So we've got bags of evasion. We're in cover, we can let them go. Sounds like they might have ECM as well.
Copy that.
Yep. I wonder if one of these is
Picked up a blip.
a pack rat, the vehicle toting ECM.
Acknowledged.
Got a 50-ton mech there. If that's a hunchback, that's got to be the first thing to die. So I've got to be careful I don't let them get too far away from us.
Oh, I'm holding tight.
Alright, Medusa, let's get a look. Prefer to not have to jump. There's ECM right there, isn't there? That's why I can't get anything. Alright, so we're sprinting in. Right up to them.
Double time. Let's go.
Alright, so what have we got here? We got a crab. There's the Raven. And the Commando. Alright, and this is the convoy. So the solid crosses are the convoy. So there they go. We've got Tactician, Striker, Gallant Assault Vehicle, Gallant Urban Assault Vehicle, the 20-tonner. Don't know how. It's a light vehicle, so that's probably... That might be a third Gallant. So I might be able to head them off with one of my mechs. Maybe even the
I hear
Vulcan.
ya.
So Monarch in the Vulcan. If I have Vigilance and Sprint in, might be the best use for me. Let's Vigilance then. The Vigilance is going to let me act right at the beginning of the round next time.
Yeah.
So Fafnir. We're just sprinting around, I think, aren't we? Getting our evasion. And radar, I'm going to use you and try and make sure that convoy doesn't get away.
On the move. Full speed.
Okay, so they've got their urban assault vehicles going in phase 5. Okay, I think they clipped me for a couple points of damage there. Oof. Yep, another couple points of damage. Okay. Right, so in phase 4, that commander is going to get to go as well.
Commander.
The Medusa, I want you to get behind this Raven, which we've managed to flank. It's 2 evasion, 2. I'll get more than 2 evasion. Okay. Our piloting skill 10 gives us a fair old bonus though.
Got it.
Let's use our resolve and just remove this Raven. Great. No more ECM for them.
Hostile removed.
So what's their commander going to do?
They're coming around the side.
Okay, so they get behind Monarch and they try and land a rear shot, but we had enough evasion that we didn't have to worry about it.
You, Commander.
So now I can punch this guy from the side. We're not doing a whole lot with the coil, but we will get 170 damage landing.
Coordinates received.
Okay, so we hit the arm, kind of to be expected. And now they get a go. If they want to punch the Vulcan... Oh, it's a Rotunda recon vehicle. 20-tonner. But that going then does mean that we get another go now.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
So we can go for speed. We can't get into cover. Let's keep our distance. Actually, I think I'm going to reserve with Fafnir because they are braced at the moment. Are they a... Maybe they're not. Maybe they're only getting the 20% damage reduction, which isn't so bad. So we get 4 evasion this way, and we're still in gold range.
Confirmed.
And we can cut loose.
Firing at 'em. Scored a critical hit.
Right, let's see what that crab does now. Swing and a miss on Fafnir. We're okay with that.
Commander.
Okay, radar. Let's sprint you around this way.
On my way. Double time.
There's a striker. How's it going, Medusa? Doesn't land much.
Let's hit him hard.
Where's the convoy's denial zone? Oh, all the way over there. So we got some time.
Light damage, Commander.
Okay. So we get to act before this command, though. And then the crab is going to get to go.
Orders.
Might opt to punch us if we get too close.
Move order received.
We're going to overheat if we fire everything. Let's call and vent, then we can take a couple turns off. So if we're hitting here, that's 60. Then we need to do, I think it's about 140 going in through the side torso. So let's make sure we kill him. We can use everything.
Roger. That one's gone.
Of course, I like moving their rotunda first. Don't think that's their smartest play. Isn't their way though, so what else are they going to do? So we can't get in for a punch with the Vulcan. So I might run him after those vehicles. That means it's down to Fafnir. I want to get in on the side of the crab, and I can do that and be in cover here, so that's great. No need to precision strike. But I do need to call and vent.
Take this.
Okay.
That there's a kill.
So we're taking their escorts out before scratching the convoy. Monarch in this Vulcan, then let's keep you running.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
So that Striker I don't think has gone yet. We've got some resolve. Like vigilance actually. Kind of reduce the damage we take.
This should be
Primary
Nice.
damage. Concentrate your fire and bring it down.
Baba.
Right up the tailpipe. So let's
Good to go.
kill this Rotunda
My way.
and no doubt trigger the reinforcements.
Warning. Enemy reinforcements detected.
Yeah, there they go.
Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Right by the denial zone.
Let's go.
Okay, so they're shooting back at us. I think they might escape melee range from the Vulcan. Okay, they're not managing to connect with radar and the Griffin. Not seriously, anyway. So if I can take, well, actually, what I'm going to have to do with Medusa is just move and brace because of that coolant venting last time.
Location confirmed.
He's just running way too hot.
What can I do for you?
Yep, Monarch. Okay, we can sprint in.
Uh-huh.
Let's precision strike the rear here and just hope that we connect with everything.
Take this.
Oh, we don't quite. Those reinforcements will be herring in.
Yeah.
Alright, and Fafnir, we are just going to need to sprint with you.
Something I can do.
Alright, radar. Might have to turn on the spot a little. Try not to give up our back to those reinforcements. So that's pretty beat up from the back. Let's see if we can take this guy out from the front. Yep.
Reporting. One. Show me your war face.
Gonna run away some more though. Miss with the AC-10. Miss with most things actually. Did all right there.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so Medusa. I think we just keep sprinting to stay relevant.
My way.
When those reinforcements get here, we'll be able to call them vent soon. Okay, first reinforcement mech on sensors. There's another one also moving in the light phase.
Good to go.
So great Monarch. We can turn this off. I'll leave the small lasers on.
On my way. This is gonna be good.
It's time
340 damage.
DLZ for extraction.
Smoked them.
So now I don't think they'll have line of sight.
Commander.
So Fafnir, you can keep sprinting.
Affirmative.
I might eat some stray shots on this line, which isn't my best move
Receiving.
necessarily. Alright, what are we up against?
Be there in a jiff.
Locust and a Javelin. So of those, we want to take the Javelin out first. Let's call it vent. Even with a precision strike, these are going to be pretty ropey numbers. Do we fire or do we brace? Popping the coolant vent's going to look pretty silly. Let's brace. There's no point in building up so much heat with such poor odds. The AI is only going to take like a small move and then leave itself vulnerable. Medusa's out of sight. We can reserve with our guys. Okay, that PPC missed, so that's good. Must be a panther back there shooting a PPC in the light phase. Okay. They are really worried about getting hit.
I hear ya.
I don't blame them. All right, well, let's get close enough to cause some mischief.
Affirmative.
Okay, and they've got an assassin. So it does ignore some of my evasion, making it more likely to connect, but it doesn't have much of an armament.
Aye, aye. Roger that.
Right here. Roger that.
So we're sprinting in. Who do we want to go for? That panther's probably the best option, isn't it?
Yeah? What can I do you for?
We do have the luxury of both a vigilance and a precision strike with everything here. Oof. 18 left on that panther. So where's their locust going? They just don't want to engage.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, I think I
Yes, Commander.
want to definitely wait with Medusa, but Radar I think wants to seize the initiative. Again, we will vigilance and we can precision strike. Take off those medium lasers. Actually, the medium lasers are the ones we need. Take off the SRM-6s. There we go.
Hostile removed.
Let's see if killing one of their lance mates is going to wake these guys up. You running through some radiation? Okay, yep. Firing some SRMs at the Vulcan, that's sensible. Standing next to it to do so, less so. Yeah, still reserved with Medusa.
Affirmative.
See what that assassin does. Jumps into some radiation. Okay, also goes for Vulcan. You've got more evasion. I feel like if Monarch can punch that assassin, that is the best option. And I can do it without building up any heat.
I'm listening.
So for this to be sensible, Medusa needs to be able to get a rear shot in on that javelin to kill it. We can't engineer. Just don't have the turning. Hmm. So I could punch this and then cut loose with the small lasers. Which is not terrible.
What can I do for you?
No, really, I think we're better off punching the javelin with the Vulcan. Does more damage.
Ugh!
170 damage isn't bad. Okay, and we leave it with 35 on that center torso.
Yeah.
The Medusa, if you now run here, we can shoot in on that wounded side. Just with the medium lasers.
Roger that. Tango down.
And the javelin's down.
Commander.
Fafnir. Let's get you here. And we just put SRMs in the direction of that locust. We can precision strike as well. Get the numbers up. Not very much. Yeah, we do land a few hits though, even though it's got ridiculous amounts of evasion. Oh, we get to go again before that assassin.
Standing by.
It's pretty good. Well, let's coolant vent then. And yeah, let's get some invasion. Only 2, unfortunately. But we can let loose with everything here. Precision strike them, get them down below the Vulcan. And, well, yeah. Just kill them. That fire starter is lethal.
Waiting for orders.
Alright. Let's reserve that. Locust isn't going to do anything significant. Takes the rear armor shot, misses. Only has 3 evasion now,
Waiting on you, Commander.
and there's a few of us, so we can get 3 chevrons and wind up in cover.
Got it.
And these are support weapons, so they're more likely to hit anyway.
Firing everything I've got.
Some solid damage with
There's
those
more where that came from.
ER small lasers.
Yeah.
And let's get right in here.
Location confirmed.
And we can even add both medium lasers.
Firing everything.
And that's enough.
Dropped him.
Okay, area has been cleared. Darius is giving me the green light to land immediately. Hold position.
Mission successful.
So that could have been a lot worse if it was a higher skull mission. The reinforcements could have come with loads of LRMs. Yes, we get the contract payment increase. $500,000 payout. I mean, it's not great, but bad. Have they got the plus 20 stability damage AC-10s off those gallants? Maybe we can make another crab. That's not bad at all. Plus 2 stability damage LRM-10s. 50% crit SRM-2s. I've had worse salvage.
That mech you wanted is back online.
All right, let's store that crab. Okay, so we do have 2 contracts left. Looking at the time, I am not going to be able to squeeze them in now. Recoveries can take a little while. You got to splat things, and so can you assassinate if there's lots of Op 4, though it doesn't look like there'll be too many based on that payout. So yeah, I'll have to leave that here, and we are going to take on those easy contracts next time. So as we are pausing anyway, let's just get our mech warriors. So who are we taking out?
Awaiting orders.
Yes, Commander.
Commander.
I would take Duke out before. She's now going to get some more. I think getting up for piloting 10 is the most sensible thing for the hit defense.
Training complete.
I'm receiving you.
Commander.
Yeah, Fafnir's abominable tactics can be
Training
nudged
confirmed,
up.
Commander.
I'm ready.
Receiving you.
Waiting for orders. Yes, Commander. Orders.
Oh, Medusa's got all the 10s.
Mech warrior training complete.
So Medusa was one of my B team pilots in my original campaign game. It was nice to see him stepping up and taking his place in the A team with all 10s.
I hear ya.
Commander? Yeah? What can I do you for? Waiting for orders. Orders? Yes, Commander.
Yep, that's it then. And we're not traveling yet, so I'm not going to do any refitting. I do want to tweak my Warhammer, go with large lasers over PPCs, because then in concert with the Cyclops, it can still head cap, because the Cyclops has got tag. But that will be another time. Let's just have a look at our... So we're going to lose another 31 rep with the Taurians, and another 41 rep with the Magistracy. Local government. So no further opportunities to hammer down our rep, sadly. Okay, well, that's it for now. If you've been watching, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.